Hello, welcome to Scratch 3D Printing. In this video, I'm going to show you how to fix this problem. This is PC from Overtooth. I'm going to load this in right now. And if we look at this, it says that it's PLA Snapmaker PLA red. You cannot edit it because it has an RFID tag on it, but this filament clearly does not have any tag on it, and you cannot change it. Let's scratch today's troubleshoot. First of all, I just want to say that if you have not taken off your Snapmaker U1, the side panel, either side, the left or the right, then this may not apply to you. But if for some reason this happens to your Snapmaker U1 from the factory, then hopefully this video is going to help you as well. This does not come from the factory, it was my fault. The other day I was swapping the heater bed on my Snapmaker U1 because the heater bed was broken or something. The thermistor was broken and it cannot sense the temperature at all. So I got a replacement from Snapmaker, slap it onto the Snapmaker U1, and now it's printing fine. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link down below. But if you have taken off your Snapmaker U1 and you disconnected the RFID reader from the 3D printer, then this video may apply to you. I did not know this at the time, but I swapped the two connector, the RFID 3 connector and the 4 connector. I swapped the 2 connector and the Snapmaker was not able to read which filament is which. I will show you right here. I've been having trouble with my Snapmaker U1 again for the past couple of days after I reinstall the hotbed. So here is what's happening. On the right hand side here, the top here is number 3. Same with that, it's number 3. And the bottom is number 4. And the bottom down there is also number 4. But here's the cool part. Take a look at this. This is Snapmaker filament. I believe it may be this sticker or this sticker or this sticker. I don't know. But it has an RFID reader in it. So I'm going to be putting this on slot 4. Okay, right now the Snapmaker red is on slot number 4. And I'm going to be putting this PC filament on slot number 3. And if we look at the screen here, it does not say that it has any filament because I did not load them yet. But now I'm gonna load in the bottom filament. Okay, I'm loading in the bottom filament. It's going. And you see right there, automatically it detects that this is Snapmaker PLA red. And you cannot edit this. The other two here, you can edit because they are not Snapmaker filament. It does not have an RFID tag on it. If we take a look at this, this is PC from Overtooth. I'm going to load this in right now. Okay, I'm loading in. And if we look at this, it says that it's PLA Snapmaker PLA red. You cannot edit it because it has an RFID tag on it. But this filament clearly does not have any tag on it, and you cannot change it. So I've been having this issue for the past couple days after I install the hotbed, and I have no idea why. I was like, maybe it's just broken or something. But the solution is very simple and confusing at the same time. I'll tell you guys in a bit here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to unload both of these filament right now. Okay, both filament has been unloaded, and you can see that there's nothing there anymore. But this time I'm going to be loading the PC filament only. Okay, I'm going to load the PC filament. And as you can see right here, it automatically detects that slot number 3 has Snapmaker red PLA in it. While, if you look at this, slot number 4 is empty, and this is not even in. So what is the problem? Why is it doing this? It should not be doing this, but it's doing this. You may say that, okay, what about you go ahead and try the other side? This side works perfectly fine. I don't want to disconnect these because they are TPU and they're quite hard to get in there, so I don't want to disconnect those. But I promise you, number 1, number 2 works totally fine. It's just number 3 and number 4. And here's the reason why. If you remember my previous video, if you look closely at this board right here, you can see that this one says CH4, it means channel 4. This one says CH3, channel 3. I connected number 3 to the left port which say it was channel 3. Connected number 4 here to the right port, which says channel 4. But that is completely wrong. So I have to take off everything from the Snapmaker again, take off the right side panel off, and I have to switch those two connectors, which I will show you the process right now. And here is the video from Snapmaker showing you how to reinstall everything. And if we look at this, left coil goes to left port, right coil goes to right port. But if you think about it, coil right here is from the bottom, so that's number 4. And then this coil up here, it's at the top, so that's number 3. But if we look at the port here, that says channel 3 and that says channel 4. You can kind of see right there, but it's not clear here. And if you look at this, this is the left coil. It goes into the left port, which says channel 3. The top right goes to this one, which says channel 4. So that's my video. So this is my video. And you can see here, the top one says channel 4. The bottom one says channel 3. And I clearly explained that you should put channel 3 to channel 3, channel 4 to channel 4. But on Snapmaker video, channel 3 goes to channel 4. Channel 4 goes to channel 3. And that's why I keep getting this error. I swapped the two wires and I did not even notice that. Now that I have taken this apart one time, I know exactly how to take it apart. The first thing you need to do is take off this, this, and this. To take off this, we're gonna unplug the tube. And then at the bottom here, there's like a clip that you just press onto it. So if you take a look at the bottom, there's this cutout. You press and then you pull backward and it should just come off easily like that. Once you have that off, there's a wire that you need to disconnect first. So we're just gonna pull out the wire. To get rid of these, you hold them and then you pull it on one side or the other to take them apart. It feels like you're gonna break it, but you're not gonna break it. I hope so. Something like that. It just sounds like you're really gonna break it and it sounds really bad, but I think it's gonna be fine. Ouch. The reason for that is to push this in so that you can pull it out. Inside here, there are screws, so you need to take off those two screws. And then on the inside here, there's a screw at the bottom here, and there's a screw right here. So you should see the two screw holes. And then for taking off this whole top, you will have to undo all these screws that you have holding these cable. You have to take all of those off, and you have to take these rubber off because there are hidden screw in there. There are 4. Do it on 4 corners and you should be able to pop this black piece out. I'm gonna take all of them off and I'm just gonna skip to the part where I take this apart. Okay, so once you have all the screw off, you are gonna have to unplug the USB-C, and then you can just lift this black panel here out of the way. Just let it hang over there. And now there's 4 additional screws that you need to take off in order to take this plastic piece off. And if this is the first time you're doing it, there might be 2 washers in there, and I have no idea where those 2 washers goes. Once you have everything off, you can just go ahead and pop this panel off like this. And then you just pull it upward and it should be free. So I'm gonna try and show you how this is connected here. You just push this in through the hole. Okay, this is such a better angle. So if we look closely here, you can clearly see that this top coil is this wire here, and it goes to this port right here. And if we zoom in on the port, you can clearly see that it says CH3, right? So I would assume that it says channel 3. And then for this, CH4, that would be for channel 4. Channel 4 is the bottom, so you will assume that it goes there. The top is channel 3, so you will assume it goes there. But no, this is not correct. This is not how you're supposed to connect it. You're supposed to connect this, the top coil, which is number 3, to this upper one here, which is labeled CH4. So the 3 goes to the 4, okay? And then the bottom one here, which is number 4, goes into CH3, which is crazy, right? This is weird. Make sure that it is really in there so you don't have to take off this again. There you go. That's exactly how you're supposed to connect. The top, which is number 3, go to the CH4. The bottom, which is number 4, goes to the CH3. So now that we got this, I'm gonna put this panel back. I'm gonna install everything. Then I'm gonna do another test to see if the same problem arises. So now I'm just gonna put this back. You put the black wire through this hole, you push this up and then you slide it down, you hit it so that everything clicks back in. All clips is in, put in the screws back, and then we will test it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in 2 screws on the panel here, and then I'm gonna plug everything back in. I'm gonna test it before I put everything in there, just to see if it's gonna work. Okay, the Snapmaker is online right now, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do exactly what I did earlier. I'm gonna feed in number 4, then I'm gonna feed in number 3, and then we'll see how it goes. Okay, now that I got my tripod out, I can record this and feed at the same time. So let's go ahead and feed it to number 4 right now. And look at that. It works. It detects that it is PLA from Snapmaker and you can edit it. Now let's go ahead and put the PC in there as well. So let's load in the PC for number 3. Look at that, it worked. It worked. It does not give me that automatic detection. See that it's Snapmaker PLA red. I can now choose the filament that I want. It's amazing, right? Okay, so let's do the test one more time. I'm gonna take both of these filament out. Then I'm just gonna insert in number 3 and not number 4. Both of them out, and you can see on the screen, it does not have any filament in there. I'm gonna put in the red back. Then this time, I'm just gonna load in PC filament onto number 3. And would you look at that, it does not auto-detect Snapmaker red PLA filament. Yeah, I can now choose my own filament, which is generic PC. I love how it has many selections. I like it how it has so many selections. So now I'm just gonna put everything back, and then that will be a wrap for this video. As you saw there, it was a mistake from my end, but if you think about it, it is correct, right? CH3, you're gonna plug in number 3, CH4, you're gonna plug in number 4, but no, it's not that. You're supposed to plug in number 4 to number 3, number 3 to number 4, which is confusing. I don't know why they label CH3 CH4 when clearly it's the opposite. Don't tell me that you will not get that messed up, because I definitely get it messed up. And of course, I should have followed the instruction on the videos, but at that moment, it just seemed like the right way to do it. 3 to 3, 4 to 4. But that'll be it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel because more amazing videos like this is coming. And if you haven't yet become a member of the YouTube channel, I do weekly video on Fusion 360, how to 3D model, and how to slice it, print it, and all the good stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, keep on 3D printing.